be seated. Rise for his honour of judge.
Well, that was a waste of time, wasn't it?
You may be seated.
Oh.
Citizens of Dunmow, the ancient Flitch Court is now in session, with Judge David Monk presiding. Pray silence for the court chaplain.
Let us pray. O Lord God, giver of life and love, now that this court is in session, grant to our claimants confidence and conviction, to our counsel persuasion and wit, to our jury watchful eyes and attentive ears, to our judge compassion and clarity, and to all present joy and sobriety. As we journey through drama and pantomime, crisis and celebration, may all that we witness here this evening show the hope of love common to all your people. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you very much. Mr. Clark.
Are all jury members present? Yes. Miss Letitia Baroni. Miss Bryony Hansford. Miss Emily Hood. Miss Connie Mullins. Miss Emily Senior. Miss Hannah Senior. Mr. Warren Baines. Mr. Warren Easterbrook. Mr. Freddie Haynes. Mr. George O'Dwyer. Mr. William Perry. Mr. Sam Smith.
Here.
Silence in court while the jury are sworn.
Would you all please raise your right hand and repeat after me?
Oh.
I am a member of this jury. Do make oath that I will well and truly try all such persons.
Do make oath that I will try.
As shall this day make claim to the bacon of Dunmow.
As shall this claim make claim to the bacon of Dunmow.
And true verdict give according to the evidence.
And true verdict give according to the evidence.
Have you appointed a foreman?
Yes.
Sam, thank you. Thank you, my lord.
My lord, I rise with great...
Oh, no.
I have an objection. My lord, this is not the first trial of the day. It is the fourth trial of the day.
I'm well aware of that,
Well,
Mr.
we've had
Pitts.
three. Well, we've had three trials so far.
Well done.
The jury have found against me all three times.
I wonder why.
Well, my lord, I have made objections to the jury on all three occasions.
Well, clearly the jury objected to you on all three occasions.
The last objection was that the jury, over lunch, had been in the Saracen's Head and had been drinking.
Don't blame them.
I have a further objection because my witnesses tell me they've been back since the last trial. My objection...
Are we going to
No,
take
I
all
haven't
night
finished.
with this? Or...
will be half the night with it.
Okay.
If you agree with this, I would accept half the jury being discharged.
Very well. Which half would you like to be discharged?
We'll have 2 from the top, 3 from the middle, and...
We'll keep the ladies of the jury. The ladies of the jury are good looking. We'll lose the men of the jury. The men of the jury are not good looking. Now, I know that's sexist.
That, I'm afraid, is sexist.
Well,
I therefore order that the gentlemen of the jury stand
oh yes. Thank you, my lord.
and remove yourselves from... No, we can't do that, can we? No, you may sit down, gentlemen of the jury, because I'm overruling your objection, Mr. Pitt. Thank you very much.
Not sure the one who's doing the impersonation.
Order.
My lord, what about the one who was doing an impersonation of Orville when he did? I wish I could try.
Point out the one, please.
You can see it. It's on it. But I can't.
Just sorry. No, your objection is overruled. Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our evening trials. Are you a quiet audience or are you a rowdy audience? Oh, no. Now, it's my great pleasure, and it's my great pleasure to be here for the very first time as judge in the trials. Usually, it's been my pleasure to be one of defending counsel for the bacon or defending counsel for the claimants. But tonight, I have been elevated to this austere and
Auspicious.
what?
Auspicious.
Sorry?
Auspicious.
Thank you. Auspicious. Big position. And it's a great pleasure to be here. But let us remember the former judge of the Dunmow Flitch Trials. This is his robe. I've had to have it lengthened and stretched a bit. And he is here with us in the audience tonight. Would you like to stand up, former Flitch trial judge Michael Chapman? Yay! Michael Chapman. I regret they found he couldn't totter to the stage anymore, so they had to pension him off. Now, so tonight, what is tonight about? Tonight is about bacon. Tonight is about love. Tonight is about love and bacon. Tonight is about people coming up into this witness stand and baring themselves to us. We will find out tonight their innermost secrets. We will find out about their lives together as man and wife. And whether they gain the Flitch or not really is, well, up to our jury here, most of whom are not sober, so I don't actually think they stand much of a chance. But it's all about love, and I think to start with, before we even meet them, we ought to thank them for having the nerve to come up here and stand in front of you lot to talk about their marriages. Because I think it takes some nerve. Before we commence and we meet our first claimants tonight, Miss Emily Hood, would you please stand up? Miss Hood, today is a special day for you, is it not? And why is it a special day for you, Miss Hood? Miss Hood is 19, ladies and gentlemen. Can we... Council, please arise. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask you to use your voices and join me in song for Miss Hood on her 19th birthday, who all day has been regretting wearing those shoes. Ladies and gentlemen, together, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, Miss Hood, happy birthday to you. Personally, I'm surprised she can still stand. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, let the first claimants appear before this court. Mr. Sabour and Mrs. Marcus.
Call Mr. Sabour and Mrs. Marcus.
Marcus, you fool.
Marcus?
Marcus.
Mr. Marcus.
Nothing out of 10 so far.
Dear.
Bit late though, aren't we? Two? Are you ready?
Should we nip to the bar?
There they come. Yeah.
You don't need to batter him.
That, I like that. Deference. I like that very much. Did you see that? Before we swear them in, may I ask who is counsel for the claimant?
I appear on behalf of the claimants.
Oh, dear. And who is counsel for the bacon?
Well, I appear for the claimants, of course. I'm supposed to have a junior counsel. I thought I had this rather debonair man who's a young-looking man, clean-shaven, quite good-looking, but they've given me some beardy-weirdy next to me. I wonder if you could find Mr. James looking for him.
Who is he?
He doesn't seem to bear any resemblance at all to the person in the picture.
Mr. James, next time you appear before me, make sure that facial hair is removed.
It's a promise, my lord.
Thank you. Now, as I was saying before I so rudely interrupted, who is counsel for the bacon?
I appear on behalf of the bacon, my lord, with my learned friend Mr. Patterson.
Thank you very much indeed. Mr. Usher.
Will you raise your right hand?
Oh,
Repeat after me. I swear that the evidence I shall give shall be the truth,
I swear that the evidence that I shall give shall be the truth,
the whole truth and nothing but the truth,
the whole truth and nothing but the truth,
in accordance with the ancient customs of this court.
in accordance with the ancient customs of this court.
well done. You got through it all right, didn't you? Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Usually they haven't been able to string a sentence together. Right, counsel for the claimant, would you like to open your case?
Certainly, well, I've got confidence here. Would you first of all please give the court your names, your full names?
But I'm Mr. Mohammed Mizan Sabor.
And I am Emma Louise Marcus.
Now, can we, because I struggle with long names, can we reduce your name?
Yes.
What are you known as?
Ms.
That's okay? You happy with Ms?
Yeah.
And go further than that, not miserable?
No.
Happy with that? Are you miserable?
I'm never miserable.
Is he miserable?
Never.
Thank you. Right.
Is that the end of your case?
It's pretty much...
Next.
Well, my lord, I'm building it with blocks this time. First of all, we have claimants who are not miserable. We're going to go higher than that. Hopefully, we're going to show by the end of it they're all so happy. But not miserable is our starting point. So, next point, we have different surnames.
We do.
Now, it's not a problem, but let's explain it.
Okay, so before we got married, a very good friend of mine pointed out to me that if I changed my name to Sabor, it would sound like Emma's a bore.
Fair place.
Don, is she a bore?
Never.
Thank you. And so the agreement was?
That I would keep my name and Ms would keep his.
Now, is he a bore?
No. But Ms. Sabor doesn't sound quite the same as Emma Zabor.
I'm getting so confused.
I think we're okay with that. I think we've finessed our way through that.
Okay.
So first of all, we have names, then we have the surnames. Well, what about the address? Where do you live?
We have come all the way from Church Street in Great Dunmow.
Ah!
But I have to say, members of the audience, I have to say that means nothing to this jury, I'm afraid. We had people from Great Dunmow this afternoon. They mean nothing about that. There's no loyalty to the town.
Members of the jury, please ignore what is being said.
So we have who you are, and we have where you live. But how long have you been married for?
11 and a half years.
What's the date of your marriage?
Sorry?
The date of the marriage?
Oh, 20th of December, 2014. 2004 even. It was 2004.
Hang on. Time flies when you're married to me.
It does. Good one. Cheers.
And is the 20th of December, is that a particular, obviously it's the day you got married, is it also significant for other reasons?
It is.
And tell us, Mr.
Okay,
Marks.
I'll go with that. No, you go.
So we met on the 20th of December. A year later we got engaged on the 20th of December. And a year later we got married on the 20th of December.
Can I clarify a point? Does anything happen for the rest of the year?
We have date night every month.
On the 20th.
On the 20th.
Well, is that when you eat dates?
And figs.
So, and we missed that, date night on the 20th
Of every month.
of every month.
Yeah.
It's a date month. Isn't that lovely? You might think it's lovely. There are 12 people, won't be interested in that. I think it's lovely. Now, the start of your relationship, though, was a bit rocky, was it? Now, do I understand that the situation was that you had a mate,
I
Miz?
did once, yeah.
And there was issue about, and Marcus, you had a girlfriend,
Yes.
and they were going to be together, and you were sort of warned your girlfriend off,
Yeah,
Mrs. mate.
I wasn't too keen on Mrs. Friend.
And he wasn't happy about that? Miz wasn't happy about that?
No.
And so what happened when you first met?
So I went to, there was a big group of us all going out, and I went to meet them all, and I sat down next to Miz. My good luck and fortune brought me there, and he turned around to me and said, "Oh, you're that horrible person." So I left.
Didn't see her again till Christmas.
Are you sure you're acting for the claimants?
This is full and frank disclosure here. I'm confident enough in this couple and their love that this one is a winner. I'm even confident we can get past this jury. I hope we can. But you then met in December?
Yes.
And then what happened?
Well, I'd bumped into Francis, my friend, and he was still with his girlfriend, and we said, "Oh, let's go for a drink. It's coming up to Christmas." And he said to me, "Oh, just to warn you, Emma's going to be there. Please be nice to her." And I was. Yeah, I think, yeah, and I was very nice to her. Do you want to know what I have?
Of course we do.
Yeah,
Of course we do.
Go on.
So Mrs. Fabulous chat-up line was, "So, do you fancy me?"
Or what?
Do you fancy me or what? Normally the answer would be what, but in this case it was a yes.
It was classy.
Yeah.
You guys, from Rocky's start, you got together, you moved in together.
Within a couple of weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you proposed on the 20th of December?
I didn't.
Oh. A modern woman. A modern woman. Is that right?
Yes, I suggested that we got married.
And he agreed?
He did.
But the circumstances of getting married, did anything else important happen on that day?
Yeah, the toaster broke.
And is there a link between the toaster breaking and getting engaged?
Yeah, I thought somebody might buy us one for our wedding.
So, can I get this? I'm sorry if I can stop you there. I just need to get this straight. The only reason you got married is so you could get a toaster for your wedding. Have I understood that correctly, Mr. Pitt?
No, you've completely misunderstood. It was a practical reason to accelerate the marriage, which then took place on the 20th of December, my lord, if you were listening earlier. The toaster issue is, I would say, not completely irrelevant. But relevant. Oh, okay. But when one does get married, one does often get presents. And so why wouldn't you have a replacement toaster?
Thank you.
It would be crazy not to have a replacement
toaster.
All right. Your Lordship raised the point.
All right, don't push your luck. Come on, that's it. Carry on.
Your Lordship raised the point.
Yes, carry on.
You have a broken
Mr.
toaster,
Pitt,
and you're getting married, and you have a wedding list. It would be crazy not to ask for a toaster on the wedding list.
Very good. Very involved with this.
But it wouldn't make any sense at all.
If you could just carry on, that would be very, very good. Order! I shall have you removed from my court, Mr. Pitt.
I would be quite happy to go. It's been a dreadful day so far, and I hope it's going to get better. I do apologise.
Thank you, I accept your apology. Please continue.
To let you know, no one actually got us a toaster. Just to let you know. They didn't though.
Oh, dear.
Tell the jury... Tell the jury, so you're married now, what you could do for a living?
I'm a history teacher.
Not living in the past? Mrs. Marcus?
I'm a dietitian.
What do you guys do for fun things after work? What activities? Although it's full and frank disclosure, if you can keep it clean.
You enjoy walking?
Well, no, I enjoy walking, and you come along.
Yeah, I do. There's usually a pub at the end, so yeah.
Yeah. So we run 2 pub quizzes in the local area. So every other week we're busy doing quiz questions for everybody to enjoy. And I think the other thing that we do, since you did ask about what we did after work, and we have to keep it clean, is every day, when we finish work, and this is going to sound really, really awful, but we Sky Plus neighbours.
Someone can put their hand up.
Which particular neighbours do you... Are the ones on the left or the ones on the right?
Well, the ones on the left.
The ones...
That's the angel
on the left, okay. What are they up to then?
Well, it's all very exciting. Carl Kennedy is... No, let's not go there. So this is a particular time for us. It's half an hour out of the day where we don't allow any phones, computers, tablets. It's not neighbours because it's neighbours. It's because it's not a difficult programme to watch and talk about your day and have a nice little wind down together without any tension.
Yeah. But it's neighbours of the Australian TV soap. You used to do that.
Yeah.
You're consenting adults. It's a matter for you if you want that. Should be judged for that.
Thank you.
You run pub quizzes in Dunmow?
Yes.
You take part in pub quizzes?
No.
No, that's cheating.
I suppose it would be, wouldn't it? Really? You also do geocaching?
Yes.
What's geocaching?
You can explain that one. Oh, go on. Basically, it's walking with the treasure hunt.
Walking with the treasure hunt, so you have the coordinates, you have to find your way to something. At the end of it, there's a box, and you open it up, and you hope it's going to be some sort of goodies, and possibly it might be a DVD of Neighbours.
Yes.
But that would be the holy grail that you'd be hoping for.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Now, we know just some background here. So you told us Mohammed Mizan Sabur. In terms of religion, if that's... are you Muslim?
No.
Are your parents Muslim?
Yes.
And for Miss Marcus, your religion?
No, I don't have any religion. My father's side were Jewish.
There we have.
And Mrs. Parents are Muslim, which does raise some questions, but neither of us have any religion.
Oh, fine.
But we love bacon.
Oh, you love bacon?
Well, we all saw that one coming.
And so, in a sense, there for a modern marriage, and for ticking all the boxes. You'd have thought it ticked all the boxes, but you might well be wrong. You never know. So, what would you say for the jury, or possibly not the jury, for everybody here, in terms of what you say the secrets of your marriage are.
Shall I take this one? Okay. Commitment, trust, love, sharing experiences with each other, and wine.
Lots of wine.
Yeah.
And Mrs. Marcus, anything to add to that?
And laughter. We spend a lot of time laughing. As our judge commented earlier, apparently I can be spotted a mile away from my laugh. So.
And do you have a 6-month rule?
Yeah.
What's the 6-month rule?
So this isn't to do specifically with being married. I haven't needed to use it as such in that sense. But anything that's bothering me or has upset me, I think, is this going to matter to me in 6 months' time? If it is, then I need to sort it out and I need to do something productive, proactive about that. If it's not, forget it. It doesn't matter. It's not a big issue. So I try and use that quite a lot in every bit of my life, and I think we probably use it together quite a bit as well.
I like that. I like that. If I don't win a trial today, I will be upset about it in 6 months' time. I will be applying.
We're going to try and not let that happen for you.
Do you know what? You and we are very much together on this. We all want something desperately to happen. There'll be some other questions for you.
Have you finished? Oh, thank heaven for that. Yeah. Thank you very much. And now, let's have a cross-examination from counsel for the bacon.
Thank you. We want this pig to get its state pension. So I'm going to ask you some questions now. I'm slightly concerned. I think you said you'd been married 11 and a half years.
Yes.
And then we had a bit of a faux pas when you said 2014.
Well, the reason for that is when we applied originally, someone had put a typo, it wasn't us, and they actually said on the application 2014, and for some reason that stuck in my head for a bit. So it was actually someone else's, it was a typo on the application.
Although I have to be honest, in as well, our defence, I then did write 2014 on the form, and neither of us noticed.
It feels like we've only been married for 5 minutes.
There's a very nice form to fill in for this position, isn't there?
There is.
Do you recognise this form?
Yes.
Yes. It's headed, isn't it? Everything in this form is true to the best of our knowledge and belief, and we can be prosecuted if anything is found to be untrue. Yes. Could you just check your signatures and make sure they're signed by you, please? Because I'm slightly worried. Don't read the document, please. We don't want to refresh your memories. There's your signatures. Thank you.
Thank you.
Are you satisfied that this is the document that you wrote?
Yeah.
Right. Which one of you like to embarrass yourself first?
Go on, I will.
Right, okay. Ms. Can you read the first 2 lines on that page, please? Whose writing is it?
It's my writing.
Right. Perhaps there's something that Ms. doesn't know.
Where are you going with this?
Oh, I think there's a bit of inconsistency here, my lord.
Oh, it wasn't, yeah.
Yes,
okay.
the jury could
To
use
start-
it as evidence against them, and we want this pig to keep
To
it
start,
safe.
we met on 20 of the 12th, 2012. Oh.
Oh!
That's when we met.
No, because it was
Got en-
2002.
Oh yeah, got engaged on the 20th of the 12th, 2013, and married on the 20th of the 12th, 2014. Oh bless. We celebrate this every month
Every day.
with date night. Yeah, that's fine. It's a mistake. It happens.
Well, it's not a mistake, is it? Let's count them.
It was the nerve.
We met on the 20th of December 2012. That's one mistake. In my reckoning, that's only 4 years ago. Is that right? We got engaged on the 20th of December 2013. 2 mistakes. And we married on the 20th of December 2014. And members of the jury, he said 2014. I think we have some fraudsters before us, members of the jury. They are being deceptive to get our pig. This is not one pig happy family. This is a family who wants to take home the bacon by deception. And in fact, I think we may have a job for our officers later on today. Arrest him as they leave, officer. Perverting the course of jury, life imprisonment. So let's just talk about this 20th of December. You met on the 20th of December. You got engaged on the 20th of December. You married on the 20th of December. You've got all your dates wrong. When did Alzheimer's start? It's clear, isn't it, the reason why you've had to get the same date all the time, so that you can remember it. Who's the one with Alzheimer's?
I thought it might help Ms. a little bit just to have one date, to be absolutely fair.
Right.
It does help.
So, you are sure that you've been married for 11 and a half years?
Yes.
The jury will decide. Because this jury, members of the jury, would you believe a word that these people said to you now? Let's look at the toaster.
Have they brought it with them?
Good question. Can we believe that this toaster was broken? No, we cannot. Without the evidence being put before us on this table. You live in Great Dunmow. How long will it take to get it as exhibit number 1?
Actually, I haven't had any tea. Can we bring some toast along as well?
Oh, have we got a plug here on? We can stick it in.
Thank you.
And I'm a bit worried. You're in there by deception, I suggest. And you're getting all these items by deception. You want a toaster. What did you get?
We
A
actually
holiday in
bought our own.
Jamaica.
You got a holiday in Jamaica.
It's a honeymoon.
But we did buy our own toaster.
But who bought you the honeymoon in Jamaica?
The guests.
The guests bought you a holiday in Jamaica.
Instead of presents.
And you're criticising them because you haven't got a toaster. Well, I know which one I'd prefer, members of the jury. I'm extremely worried about this couple, I have to say. So, a holiday in Jamaica, and how was that nice?
Lovely.
Lovely, that was
Yes,
blissful.
thank you. Very romantic.
Right. And can you remember what year that was? Was that in 2004 or 2014?
To be absolutely honest, it was 2005
Yeah.
because we got married on the 20th.
2005!
I'm getting very confused again.
Kids got married before Christmas and went on honeymoon after.
Don't tell me you went on the 20th of December 2005. Right. And you seem to be able to remember the chat up line. Would you describe yourself as a romantic couple?
Yes.
Yeah, I see we will.
And the most romantic time is when you're watching Neighbours. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but is that the programme that people watch who have the brain cell of a plant?
That allows us to have the brain cell of a plant for half an hour while we don't have to worry about things.
Said by somebody who can't remember whether it's 2014 or whether the honeymoon was in 2005. This is very, very confusing. So, watching Neighbours. What's happening in Neighbours at the moment? Can anybody remember?
Well, no, not really. That's why we watch it. Because we don't need to.
And the good thing is, do you record it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. You can watch it more than once when you've forgotten it. Presumably you can watch the same programme every night for a week and you wouldn't know what had happened. And this is a final question, because we've obviously noted that you've been very deceptive. Very deceptive, haven't we, members of the jury? A lot of deception going on here. Pork. Are you sure that you really like the bacon? Or are you, Muslim heritage, Jewish heritage? Are you after our pork to sell it on eBay?
We had a bacon sandwich for breakfast with mushrooms.
I think you could make quite a lot of money when it's chopped up and sold on eBay individually. I'm very worried about this. Well, I think we've demonstrated admirably that this is a deceptive application, and I'm sure that my learned friend will very ably explain to the members of the jury why we should keep the Flitch on this particular occasion. We should not be sacrificing its life for this. Let it live on and see that state pension that it's due.
Thank you, Miss Bradley. Thank you very much. Now, counsel for the claimants, before we move on, would you like to re-examine? Is there anything else you'd like to just take? Anything else you'd like to?
No, very happy. Confidence is high. Confidence is high. Misplaced possibly, but high. But no more questions. We're resting. We rest.
So you're quitting while you're...
We've got one speech to go.
Right.
We're going to win this one.
Thank you. Admire your confidence. Right. Let's now hear from counsel for the bacon to address the jury. Thank you.
Thank you, my lord. I think I'll come out because I can't see the jury. At the beginning of the evening, my lord said that tonight was about the bacon. And we want to talk about the bacon and why we don't want to give up the bacon. Now, we have made the case that we feel that the couple here, Ms. and Emma, are fraudulent. And I really want to just reiterate this to you so that the jury understand exactly what we're talking about.
Yes, they are drunk.
Good
move, I'd say.
I will speak slowly for both the jury and you, my lord.
Thank you.
Can I just take you back to 1445, which was the first Flitch trial, which was, I think, won by a Mr. Wright.
Was that 2:45? Oh, sorry.
4 years ago, I think a couple who also won it was a Mr. Wright. Now, clearly there's something in the name, and that something in the name is commitment. Now, like most things that happen every 4 years, like the Olympics or like the World Cup or anything which involves some kind of drug taking or whatever, this is clearly a very, very important occasion. And therefore, what we are looking for, jury, in our couple is clear commitment, which I think we've proved beyond a doubt we have not seen whatsoever. And if I just take you through one or two things that our couple have said to you this evening, you'll see that our case is foolproof, copper bottoms, difficult to defeat. Let's take the bit about the dates. Now, I'm not going to go on about whether the dates were right or wrong or whatever.
Oh, thank heavens for that.
But I am going to say that every 20th of the month they do something together. And presumably this is down on their calendar. 20th of the month, we've got to do something together. Now, to my mind, if I was in a relationship which was built around love, it wouldn't matter about dates, it would just happen. It would happen spontaneously. So that's the first thing, the dates. I'm worried about the dates. I'm worried about the names. I'm worried about the names that, because Sabur, correct me if I'm wrong, means patience.
Yes.
And now, Ms., he's clearly a patient guy. He's clearly a patient guy. Because I think I would question my wife if she took her maiden name instead of the married name if it was a friend who had influenced her and not me as her husband.
Is your wife here? Can we ask her?
The last thing my wife wanted to do this evening, ladies and gentlemen, was come here this evening to watch me on stage wearing clothes that I never normally wear. I have extremely good legs.
So I've heard.
Maybe later in the evening. What about the chat-up lines? First one, you are a horrible person. Do you fancy me or what? Now, if that's not saying you have no choice, I don't know what is. Now, marriage is about commitment, but that's also about two people being committed to each other. The toaster. Who honestly believes the toaster's got anything to do with it at all? That cannot be a good reason to get together, a toaster. Fraud, 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 lack of commitment, flakiness, flakiness, flakiness. All I'm hearing. Now, they go geocaching. I've got a friend who goes geocaching, goes with his kids. They have a lovely time. They find things, they put things in a box. It's really great. Now, you said you like going for a walk, and I think I'm writing that Ms. comes along too, sounding a little bit like somebody's dog, rather than a member of a married couple. So, commitment together. I hope you're listening to this, jury. I'm almost at an end. Now, I am a sort of religious man, but we talk about commitment, we talk about tradition here. We're talking about Jewish precedents, we're talking about Muslim precedents, and then bacon. I think you've got to be very, very careful. Whatever decision you make, you've got to be very, 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 very careful. And the last thing I want to say is this. Anybody who has to watch Neighbours with a big bottle of wine clearly is not committed to that programme.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And finally, for the claimants, Mr. James, make it brief if you could.
Unlike Mr. Patterson, my wife is here in the audience, and I said to her,
Poor woman.
did you ever in your wildest dreams imagine I'd be on stage in role play? And she said, you never feature in my wildest dreams. Doesn't it show how quickly time can fly? You've been married 11 years and it seems like a year and a half. A man who thinks you can chat up a woman and he's successful with, you're horrible, fancy a snog. It didn't work for me either. But here you have the embodiment of the modern couple who give and take, and all they want from you is for you to give them the bacon as they richly deserve. But don't do it for them, do it for Mr. Pitt and myself, who haven't won a thing all night. When he says he's going to be miserable for the 6-month rule, he's going to be miserable for the next 4 years until he's invited back to try and win one at last. I had a bit more success last year. I've had absolutely nothing this year. So I appeal to you, especially Orville over there. When I ask you to say, give us the flitch, I can do that. But really, what could be more romantic than getting down on one knee, the woman getting down on one knee to change the 13-amp fuse on the bus toaster? Oh, well, while I'm down here, I might as well propose as well, because I'm not going to fix it, but we can get a new one on our marriage. Huh? That's real romance, isn't it? And how committed are they to each other that they do away with their religious heritage so that they can eat pork? And they're determined to be happy together, when really none of them actually likes neighbours, but they're too polite to actually say so. For years they've been thinking, I can't stand that programme. But they're too polite and too much in love to say so. Give them the bacon and make a bearded old man happy.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And my thanks to all our counsel for their persuasive arguments. Now, members of the jury, the time has come. Let's just recap on the case. This couple have date nights. The 20th of each month and the 20th of various months, they can't remember which or which years, are very important to them. Now, they moved in together within a couple of weeks. Have a think about that. It was Mrs. Oh, no, sorry, not Mrs. Sabur, Mrs. Marcus, who suggested they got married. There is the issue of the toaster, which I would ask you to think about very, very carefully. Are your feet hurting as much as mine are? There's also the question of neighbours and the wine, but what also came out was a wonderful sense of laughter and the very wise 6-month rule. The only trouble is their memories are not particularly good. So it could be 8 months, 9 months, a year, who knows. All I can say is, I'm glad you're deciding and not me. It's all right, you've got a good itch. You okay? Just scratch it, girl, just scratch it. So, oh dear. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will now retire. I wish I could. You will now retire to consider your verdict. Are you ready to do that? Have you heard everything you want to hear? Because I have. You have? Right. Out.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Call the jury keepers. Come on. Oh, well.
That took a little time, but we get there eventually. Where are they?
Oh, they're coming.
Braintree?
It's the Metropolitan Police, isn't it? They're very slow. You've had cutbacks as well, have you? Oh, I know. It's all the same, isn't it? I know, everyone. Right, let's try again, shall we, today? Right hand raised.
Oh, here we go.
I do, mate.
My lord, before we start, may I ask which version our very small county constabulary friends have dug out of the archives for this trial? We've had 3 different ones.
Are you being troublesome because you come from the Met?
They always think they're superior, but...
One always gets the feeling that our friends are trying to ridicule us.
Ridicule members of the Met. Let's have one of our local constabulary to the front, please, and we'll show you ridicule.
Ridicule, yes, here. That's what you call ridicule,
There
look.
we go. Now that's what you call a policeman. None of your mamby-pamby Met stuff. That's a proper copper.
If you think the Met have had cutbacks, look at Essex. That's what I say.
I tell you what, so many cutbacks, when he put that uniform on, it fitted.
He was the lead in the Pirates of Penzance.
Now, look, I tell you what, as you seem to have a problem with the usher. Do you have a problem with the usher?
No, just the oath, my lord.
Just you have a problem with the oath. Well, you can't remember it most of the time. Well, Mr. Usher, I would ask you to stick to the oath that is down in front of us in black and white. So, do you want to borrow my glasses?
No, that's all right, no.
Okay.
I can remember that.
Oh, no.
Up we go. Right, you ready? I do make solemn oath to this court.
That was a very good start.
See, I make...
Were you in Lee Saracen's head?
I do make solemn oath to this court that we
Both
will well and truly
Convey
convey the jury to a place of safety
the jury to a place of safety.
where they may consider their verdict without let or hindrance
Without let.
and of the evidence they have heard,
Of the evidence they have heard.
and that you will defend them from all outsiders until that verdict is reached. In accordance with the Flitch law. Away you go.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Do you know, when they asked me to do this, they said there's a really good, experienced team behind you. They lied.
The court will now rise. Please stand.
That's you lot, not me. Thank you.
Come along.
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Which way is the pub? Is there one there? I think I might go that way, actually. I think it's close to the Pim's tent that way. I'll see you there very soon. You can buy me a drink. Thank you very much indeed. It's very good of you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Stand up, I don't mind. Typical Met, lose everything. Oh, he's back, you found him. No, you're all right. We'll leave them standing, shall we? Come on.
I'm not. Having a good time. Pardon. Ooh. Excellent. Excellent. Let's all sit down. Oh no, hang on a minute. Stand up. No, it's okay. No, it's all right. No, it's all right. Before we proceed, members of the jury, I am somewhat concerned. I have received information that certain of you have been tampered with. Now, foreman of the jury, please stand up. Would you... I just can't get it off my mind now. Would you please swear to the court and to our audience that you have in no way been...
I have in no way. I'm ready.
Been tampered with, interfere, nobody's trying, nobody has tried to influence your verdict.
Nobody has tried to influence our verdict.
Nobbled.
You have not been nobbled.
I have not been nobbled.
Thank you so much. Please sit down. Do you accept that? Counsel, do you accept that? Okay. Thank you very much indeed. Please carry on.
Thank you. Would you stand again, please? Members of the jury, are you agreed upon your verdict?
Yes. Oh, sorry. Yes.
And is that the verdict of you all?
No.
Oh, no. No. This is just not good enough. You're not trying, are you? You're just not trying. So, are you asking me to accept a majority verdict? You haven't got a clue what I'm talking about, have you? Oh, this is such hard work. Is it, I will accept a majority verdict if 10 of you have agreed out of the 12. Have 10 people agreed on that verdict?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
Please proceed.
How say you, for the claimants or for the donors of the bacon?
For the claimants.
There's a whole bunch around there.
Oh dear. I didn't know which way that was going to go. Anyway, well, what can I say? Thank you very much, Mr. Sabur and Mrs. Marcus. Still confused by that one. Congratulations. Thank you so much for being so lovely and for showing us your your fire, your spirit, your sense of fun, your sense of adventure, your sense of boring timekeeping and date keeping, and just allowing us to share in your love and your marriage. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And now, It is my great pleasure, by the verdict of the jury, according to ancient custom, you have been adjudged worthy to take the prescribed oath and receive the much coveted award of a whole flitch of bacon. The order of this court is that you, hang on, I've been waiting to do this all night, is that you be taken to a public place where you will be hanged by the neck until you are dead. Is that the wrong one? You will be taken to a public place where you will be required to take the said oath, kneeling the while on pointed stones. This done, it will give me much pleasure to pass sentence on you. Thank you very much. Case dismissed. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Hold on, bacon, wait for us. Flitch, keep going, Flitch. Nice and all that. Yeah, right, no, we're going to go to the left. Alright, we're going to go with. We're going to stop there.
Should be interesting, bare news. Share the platform. You know, I knew there were going to be trouble.
Dunmow Flitch Oath. You shall swear by custom of confession that you ne'er made nuptial transgression, nor since you were married man and wife by household brawls or contentious strife, or otherwise at bed or at board, offended each other in deed or word, or in a 12-month and a day, repented not in thought any way, or since the parish clerk said, Amen, wished yourselves unmarried again, but continue true and in desire, as when you joined hands in holy choir.
I'd like to say, I swear.
I swear.
Thank you very much. Since to the conditions without all fear, of your own accord you do freely swear, a whole flitch of bacon you shall receive, and bear it hence with love and good leave. For this is our custom, at Dunmow well known. Though the pleasure be ours, the bacon's your own! Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think I would ask you once again to give our successful couples, and indeed all 5 couples who have been with us today, you've met some of them unfortunately you haven't met, but maybe next time. Could you give them please the most resounding cheer? Thank you so much. Yeah, please do stand up, because I doubt if an accident and emergency round here will do it unless Thank you so much for coming. This is so important to Great Dunmow, and it's so important to Essex that the Dunmow Flitch Trials keep going. So if you're around in 4 years' time, do you want to put it in the diary now?
Yeah.
We'll see you then. Have a wonderful 4 years!
Good evening, Great Dunmow! Good evening! 4 years hence, you have been warned. The bacon will be vulnerable once again. I say, my lord, my lady, my mayor, ladies, gentlemen, citizens all, put your backs behind it and protect the bacon from those who will come to claim it yet again. 2020, the Flitch could be yours.
Yeah.